Yo, what is up guys? This is Microid, and you're joining me in my copy of Pokemon Emerald for another very unique hunt that you can do specifically in this game. As you can see over here, we're going for Kecleon today, so before we actually get to the encounter, I want to talk about the setup for this hunt, because there's quite a bit. So, first and foremost, I'm going to show you my party. As you can see, there's only one Pokemon, and that is extremely important. You only want one Pokemon for this hunt. And it actually needs to be a Pokemon that has Self-Destruct, or Explosion, that works too, but basically a self-KO move, and that might seem really strange at first, but you'll kind of see the methodology behind this hunt in just a minute. If you're looking for an easy Pokemon to get with Self-Destruct, Baltoy can be found on Route 111. I believe it's a 10% encounter, so it might take you a little bit of time to find one, but pretty easy catch, and honestly you can't go wrong with this Pokemon, so that's kind of what I would recommend. Couple other things, as you can see, I'm standing in front of the Pokemon Center here. Very, very important before you start this hunt that you heal at this Pokemon Center to set it as your spawn point. And then also, I'm going to show you my currency. I currently have 81,000 Pokédollars. You're going to want to spend as much of your currency prior to doing this hunt as possible. Because basically, if you haven't kind of guessed by now, you're going to be self-KOing a lot with Self-Destruct, and every time you do so, you're going to white out, so your money is going to be cut in half, and unfortunately, there isn't a place that you can directly deposit money in this game like you can in Gen 2, for example. So you either just want to buy a bunch of items, TMs, you can buy Game Corner tokens, like whatever you want, but basically you're going to want to spend your money just so you get the most out of it before attempting to do this hunt. So that's pretty much the setup. As you can see, just west of Fortree City here, in this little gap between the trees, there's going to be a Kecleon, so we're going to use the Devon Scope here and do our first encounter. And then this is very likely not going to be shiny. It'd be awesome if it were, but unfortunately it's not, so this is what we're doing. We're actually just going to go ahead and try to self-destruct right away. Another important tip for this hunt is you want to have, obviously text speed set to fast as always, but you also want to turn animations off so you can just get through this as quickly as possible. So we're going to go ahead and self-destruct here. Okay, well, we're going to become confused. Okay, there we go. Honestly, it's fine, as long as you get KO'd, that's kind of the goal. So, we're gonna white out. And because we set our spawn point as this Pokemon Center, we basically are starting in front of the same Kecleon over again. And whenever this happens, as you start a new encounter, you're actually encountering a brand new Kecleon every time. So if I go ahead and start this encounter here, it basically just randomly generates another Kecleon for us, since we whited out. And that's exactly what we want, because, you know, this one has a true chance to be shiny. So, if you want to verify that for yourself, you know, some of the Kecleon are going to be male, some are going to be female, so as long as the gender is changing once in a while, that's showing you that you're getting new Kecleons. But the reason, you might ask yourself, if you're not familiar with hunting in Emerald, why are we doing this? It's because in Emerald, the RNG is not a true RNG, it's fixed, and if you'd like to learn more about that, you can check out my video on Emerald Starters. That's a great resource for that, if I do say so myself. But basically, soft resetting for shinies is not an option in this game, so this self-destruct method is the best thing that we can do to hunt Kecleon. It just so happens that this Pokemon, you know, appears right by a Pokemon Center, so every time we white out, we're basically refreshing its spawn, and as you can see, it takes like 2 seconds to, you know, to go up and start another encounter. So, really niche, like, specific hunts that you can do in Emerald. One important tip as well is that you want to make sure, if you can, that you're not turning off your game when you're done with a hunting session. Like, maybe if you do this on a DS Lite, you can just keep it plugged in, for example. But, That way, you know, you can basically just keep the frames running forever, and you're not seeing duplicate frames. If you have to turn off the power, it's not the biggest deal. You're likely not going to get any duplicate frames. That would be very unlikely, but it is still a possibility. So that's basically how you would do this hunt. And I also want to mention, I'm going to go into the encounter one more time here. As you can see, the encounters are pretty quick, so this is definitely not a bad way to hunt this Pokemon. But you want to make sure that you adequately prepare by bringing either a Master Ball or a very high-level Pokemon to this encounter. Obviously, the whole setup for this hunt is having one Pokemon that can explode, so when we actually do find the shiny, you're either just going to want to pitch the Master Ball at it right away to make sure you don't fail it, or you need to level up your Pokemon, you know, pretty significantly. Maybe have like a Claydol or a Weezing in this encounter, so that the Kecleon's not going to knock you out, and then you can just throw your Pokeballs that way. But as you can see, there's a very large level discrepancy between the Kecleon and the Baltoy, so if you don't level up and you don't have Master Ball, you will very likely fail this once it does appear as shiny, so just wanted to give you that heads up as well. But I think that's going to do it for this particular tutorial. I know that's kind of a unique way to hunt, maybe you guys have never seen before, but feel free to ask any questions as always, and if there are any other hunting tutorials that you would like me to make, feel free to suggest them. I'd love to make those for you. But yeah, I'd also like to mention that we do hunt live at twitch.tv/MikeTroid34 every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So if you guys would like to join us for some live shiny hunting, you can do that as well. But definitely take care, guys. Good luck on your hunts, and I'll see you in the next one.